Hey Clashers, Queen Charge Super Miners is actually getting used in the top 200 in Legend League, which is crazy, but we just have the stats getting released for the last season, and there you have it, 1%, which means 2 accounts, 2 players, whatever, are using Queen Charge Super Miners within the top 200 in Legend League. Which sounds crazy. I mean, I have no clue how this strategy is supposed to be so strong that you're that high up there, because by now we all know it, you need to nearly go perfect every single day, which is crazy with such a strategy. The cool thing about this is though that the player who's actually playing the strategy is having a YouTube channel as well. So I think we should take a look at some of his attacks, learn from them, and then I will try to replicate them with my own attacks and see actually how good and how easy that strategy is if you want to pull it out as well. The sad thing is that there is only gameplay with like music behind, which means we cannot really hear what he thinks and what the thought process is going into the attacks, but I would just try to break it down for you to understand better what the idea of those attacks is, and then we will play them as well. I will link his channel obviously down below in the description as well if you want to check that out and want to learn more about the strategy, watch more example of the strategies, but let's take a look at the attack itself. So what he does here is he is using the healer puppet with only 2 of his own healers, which allows him to bring so many of those super miners, even with a couple of regular hog riders. Which means this strategy is a strategy without second chances, because we all know the invisibility vial can be a game changer and game saver when used in a queen charge. Because there's always this 1 second, this one moment where you're not paying attention, and your queen is going down, which makes this even more impressive from the player that he is pulling this off in such a consistent way, because he's having no second chances. He's spotting those healers and going through the base with the frozen arrow and the healer puppet. Now the next step is for him the super miners, which means the super miners are sent in with some hog riders, with the warden, and with the royal champion. The Royal Champion, typically with the Hog Rider Puppet and the Haste Vial, nothing crazy, but something which he loves to do is as well using the Log Launcher. He's opening with that more compartments for his Archer Queen, and as well able to deliver the Valkyries then into the middle of the base, because he's always playing like a massive Valkyrie type clan castle. Another side fact which a lot of people might forget about, like the healer puppet in general, is that it's not only generating the healers in the beginning, but as well having a passive healing on the Archer Queen, which is obviously adding up then with those healers together, so the Queen Charge itself is stronger, but obviously you don't have this second option when there's a lot of bursts. You need to be really always paying full attention. Otherwise, the approach is kind of similar to Queen Charge Hybrid to some degree, which means Queen Charge Hybrid, you typically charge one part of the base for pathing, and then obviously you're sending the hybrid around that path, which was created by the Archer Queen. The same thing here with the Super Miners and a couple of Hog Riders. So overall, a really cool approach by him. And as I said, I will link the player down below because I think it's a really cool strategy. But now, I think we should take a look at the equipment and everything, and then get into some attacks on my own. Because we just have so many army capacity now. With only bringing 2 healers, we have so many options of bringing like more Hog Riders, more Super Miners and everything. For the king though, on the other side, it's not really that crazy with the equipment. Yuck on the king, which might be interesting, but that's because the wall breakers are really limited here, and he wants to make sure that he doesn't have to invest anything with the king, because super miners are going underground, so there is no wall opening happening as with root riders. With the Archer Queen, he's going with the Phoenix, which I think is quite interesting, but I guess that is to see get some value out of it if she's going down, because there is no this second chance ability with the invisibility vial missing in this equipment combination. The Warden going full classic. I mean, this equipment combination is covering, as with the Baron King, most of those different strategies out there, and it's always good. Diggy on the Warden is quite interesting. I think you could go for Lizard or Frosty as well, but Diggy is his choice, so we're going to go with it as well. Royal Champ, no big surprises. This currently is the best equipment per default, kind of like the Barbarian King. Obviously, you can have different situations where you can use the Rocket Spear or the Shield together as a combination, but this is like the default combination you're looking for when you're on a higher tower level. With that being said, I think we should jump into some attacks and see if I can pull those attacks off as well, because I think the strategy looks just really cool in my opinion. Okay, we're starting with the classic box space. The question now is, where do we charge? Is it the Town Hall, or is it somewhere completely different? Because I feel like this Town Hall far side I'm not sure how well the Super Miners could go through that, because I would always compare this strategy to some degree to a regular Queen Charge hybrid, because, I mean, there is Hogs, there is Miners, or like Super Miners, right? So I would go the far side, right? Yeah, let's just do it. So, I think I would go in from, I would just go in here. Queen ability early because of the healers we are spawning. Baby Dragon to funnel. I'll wall break into the corner because I really want to get at least one of the bomb towers out. That would be great. Let's see now if the Queen is actually going inside. And there's a lot of damage. Because we have no second chances, we need to make sure that Queen is surviving. Okay, heart attack, but it's over. It's over. It's okay. Now, I would just wall break that Queen further to that direction, right? Queen's under rage. Come on, defending Queen, turn around. Yes, okay, nice. Now rage again. Hopefully the clan castle is coming out. Oh, that's super minions. Who's using super minions inside the clan castle? Okay, that's fine, that's fine. He'll love to use the log launcher. Am I using it as well? I don't think so on this one. Let's on this one use something different. I will use the siege barracks, I believe. Let's use that invis now. Like that. Hogs in, everything in, just like that. The king should hopefully get pushed inside that compartment. Let's use the heal early so I can delay the warden ability. King ability right there as well. I think this is looking pretty good, I guess. Should be pretty good. Warden ability. We have missed the one Supermine at the top side, but that should be okay, hopefully. Let's add now the skeleton spell to distract the monolith, as this is like a really big threat to us. We have still some loons. Let's see if I can protect some of my healers. Let's use the rage in the middle. I think the rage here might be a good thing to do. Obviously, the headhunters, as always, I'm always forgetting about them. But the Superminers are quite nice. Currently, they're really, really nice for us. We still have the freeze. What? How many Superminers have you alive? This is stupid. What? Wait. Were a Superminer secretly OP all the time? At least they're working great in this combination, I guess. But, like, that's working so much better than I expected. What is this? Roger ability now? I mean, the Downer Poison re-wrecks us quite a bit on the back end. It's still going to be a 3-star. But those Superminers made it to the core just so much better. The first impression after a couple of attacks, since I did already some for my German channel as well, is this feels like 100 times, a million times. Okay, that's like, it's a way stronger. That's what I'm trying to say. A way stronger Queen Charge regular hybrid. The Super Miners are great to give you the power of pushing through the core, because the regular Miners, and Hog Rides obviously as well, are just dying so quick in a regular Queen Charge hybrid. And you cannot really get any value out of one of these strongest hero equipments, which is the Healing Tome of the Warden. But with more hit points on the Miners, the Healing Tome is getting you quite some nice value. The Hog Riders in this army are mainly just there to make sure that in the beginning, not the Warden, not the Roy Champ, not the Apprentice Warden are getting targeted by any defenses while the Superminers are underground. They're not there for any like major damage or anything. They're just like there as a supportive tool to get into the base quickly and efficient. So, I mean, so far, both thumbs up. Let's do it again and see if that was maybe just luck or anything. But let's do it again and see how the result is going to look like. Okay, this time around, we have a core town hall base with a lot of rage towers. And that's now the big problem, I guess, with this strategy. Where it is that as soon as you're getting into a lot of damage, this is where you have to pay full attention to your Archer Queen. At least I have to, because, I mean, otherwise that's just impossible to keep track of everything. But I think I want to charge the clan castle, and then we're just going on the flank of the Queen with the hybrid. I just call it hybrid at this point. Like, it's still Queen Charge Super Miners, but like, you know what I mean, right? That was not really what I want. Oh, we have to use it. That's something I have to get used to as well, like using the Queen ability early, because like that's nothing I'm used to. Like typically, you always delay the Queen ability at least a little bit. Okay, we make this work. Come on, Queen, target one of those high damage defenses. Nice, nice. This is obviously still like earlier in the season, so this is why there is a mass Loon Clan castle, I guess, but the bases itself look really annoying to Queen Charge, so that's why I think it's quite nice for this experiment. Now let's do this. Can I get the wall break into... No, we can't. But that's okay, that's okay. Let's use the lock launcher now. So we're getting further into the base. Hawk Riders, everything. Headhunter. Do I use... I will use the heal early, I think. I will use the heal early so we can delay... Okay, most of my healers are just like... not caring about my Archer-kun. Okay, that's getting personal. That is getting personal indeed. Okay. Vulnerability now. I think we just don't... Yeah, this is now where the Phoenix is quite nice. Question though now is like if it's worth it in general. Let's use the phrase here. King ability, so he's pushing through all of this a bit quicker. Lock launcher is dealing quite nice damage, I guess. Let's make sure that the Valkyries are not getting into the town of poison. The healers are doing a great job. I mean, that's the nice thing about ground attacks in general. Like, when your queen is going down, the healers are transitioning to like your hybrid, to your whatever the ground army might be, your root riders or something. And that is always still good value, which is quite nice. And this is action overkill. that is crazy. I can totally see why he made the top 200 with this strategy. This looks so strong. It's crazy. And to be honest, this strategy really literally is changing my opinion about... Like, I always thought, okay, healer puppet for queen charges is just literally... I would just call it trash. I mean, it's just not good, right? The stats on paper do not look like it would fit that strategy. But, like, in reality, that was crazy cool. So... To sum up the strategy, I think it is great. I think everyone who loved Queen Charge Hybrid, I can only recommend you giving this a try. The only downside might be that you have to keep track of your Archer Queen like crazy, because there is no second chance. Myself, I know that a lot of times when doing Queen Charges, I like to just consider other things. And I knew, okay, I have to do the second chance as long as there is no Rage Tower on a Raged Up, I don't know, like Scatter Shot or something. My Queen, even with her auto ability, should be alright in most cases with the Invisibility Vial. But with not having that, that is adding a complete new layer of stress to the attack. But if you're fine with this, this strategy is insane. And I'm surprised in a positive way. And as well, I cannot just highly recommend you enough to visit the channel, which is linked down below, of the person who I saw using it in the top ranks. There is sadly no commentary. Maybe that's going to be changed in the future, but he is as well as having many example attacks on his channel, so I can make sure that you, well, check it out. And as well, the stats, which I've shown you in the beginning of the Legend League, are as well linked down below in the description if you want to learn more about that. Otherwise, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. I wish you guys back tomorrow with the next class video. Until then, see ya and bye-bye.